Alright, I'm going to test this out right now. If you guys could leave a comment to let me know if you guys can hear me and all, as well as if the video is properly oriented. Just let me know on that. And I do have an AC unit running right now, so if that's too loud and there's too much background noise, just let me know about that and I'll get that turned off. So do that and we'll get started up. Alright, I'm going to test this out right now. If you guys could leave a comment. Alright, it seems like the audio is working. Sorry if there was a little bit of like doubled up audio there. I was just watching it for myself. Looks like we're all set though. So I'm just going to get started. Oh, right now. If you guys could leave a comment. My bad. Alright, so should be done with that. I had two windows open on accident. So basically how this is going to run, I'm just going to be doing some drawing here and there, and if you guys have any comments or questions, you can leave them in the comments down below, but okay, it looks like you guys can hear me, and looks like the AC is good, so we're all set. If you want to leave a comment down below, that's a good way to do it, but after a while they kind of get a little bit crazy and they don't feed too well on YouTube. So if you could just tweet at me. My Twitter is S1VE. I also put it in the description of the video, and I'll have that running on my phone, so I'll be able to see everything you guys put on that, and that way I can just scroll through it and do one at a time, because the comments, I can arrange them as newest first, but even still, it sometimes gets a little funky, and sometimes comments just don't show up for me until hours later. So to avoid that, just tweet at me and we can make sure I don't miss anything. I flip the video around so it's properly oriented for you guys. It looks backwards on my computer, but it's right side up on YouTube. And I'm just going to mark off the edges of my screen right now so I don't go out of frame too often. But yeah, if you want me to talk about anything, or you want me to you know, do a certain color combo or something, maybe later on I'll be doing like some name requests and stuff like that, but for now I'm just going to do some quick stuff to get going, and just mark off how low I can go. And I haven't done one of these in forever. Obviously I just got back from school a couple weeks ago, and I've been pretty busy with a bunch of other stuff, so I haven't really had time to do one this summer, and I don't think I had one throughout the year at all. So that was a shame, but we are in the midst of summer break, and I've got a lot of free time to you know, work towards doing more stuff on YouTube. So that's always a bonus, and I figured I would do this little stream for a few hours as I have a pretty slow night, nothing going on. So yeah, if you're just joining us, be sure to tweet me if you have any comments or questions. Looks like we already got a couple coming in, and I'll be sure to get to them there. You can leave a comment, but it doesn't always work as great as you would like. So, Twitter is just a foolproof method. In yeah. And I just got to do one more thing before we start. Oh, I got to put this on Facebook as well. Starting a bit early, so you can't really complain. I got done with what I was working on a little bit sooner than I anticipated, so. Alright, so it's posted to Twitter, and I just want to put it on my Facebook as well. And I will apologize for the stuffy nose, and it just started running today, and I don't know why. So, cool. So I'm gonna start drawing, and we had first question come through Twitter. Um, so Simos, I believe that's how you pronounce it. He asked me about screen printing. I know a lot of people know I've done a fair amount of screen printing for myself and other people over the past year or so, and he's wondering what equipment do I have specifically, and then what do I suggest for starting up. So I started off with a simple kit that I got from a local like AC Moore. I know like Michael's and Jerry's Artorama, they all have them as well. But it was just a really standard screen printing startup kit. It had maybe 3 or 4 different inks, and then a couple different methods for putting the image on the screen. And that was actually a huge help for me because one, it had like a tutorial video DVD that taught you how to do each of the methods, as well as it was a set that had every piece that you kind of needed to start. And that was great because despite doing like research ahead of time and me thinking I knew what I needed, it definitely was a nice help to have some concrete, step-by-step instructions to really get it started. And so that worked great. I suggest that to everybody. I used a Speedball starter kit, but I'm sure there's 20 or 30 other brands out there that also have starter kits that are probably pretty synonymous with what you'll get and how you get started up. So I'd just do a little bit of research around that and see what you can find within your price range. But that was probably 3 or 4 years ago now, and I've since expanded quite a bit. So my press right now, I have a 4-color press, 1 station, so it isn't the most optimal workflow, but I've never actually put it to full use. I've never really needed a 4-color job. I've never had a need myself, and nor has anybody come to me and needed one. I did 3 colors. I did 3 colors a couple times now. So I've put it to use nonetheless, just not in all the colors, as well as just some simple hinge clamps and flat kind of table stock. I do that with some of my like flat stock stuff, so posters and vinyl. I've started to do that more just for one, it's really consistent and it's really cheap. Hinge clamps you can get for like $30, and you can print stickers, posters, and stuff with them. They don't really work with T-shirts or anything that isn't like very, very thin stock. So if you want to print T-shirts and stickers and stuff, press of sorts is probably your best option. But the hinge clamps work awesome, and the registration on them is always pretty spot on. There's not much, misprint possibilities, as it's a very simple setup, and they run you like $30, so you really can't go wrong with them. The only thing with them is if you are printing flat stock, you can't do multiple colors at a time. You'll have to take them off, and registration of like a second time around, definitely getting that right comes with time. I've had a little bit of trouble with that myself, but overall, everything works out after you test it out and try it yourself for a bunch of times. So aside from that, I use a ton of different inks and a ton of different media types, so I won't get into those so much, as my press is a 4-color press, and then I also have the hinge clamp setup that I made. I haven't ever really showed the hinge clamps in a video. I had an old set. I actually just redesigned it this past week, and so it's a little bit different now, and maybe I'll do an update on that in my next kind of like setup video in how it is all set up and how it looks right now. Not that it's really anything special. It's basically 2 hinges on a flat table that I just attach the screen to and print from. It's real straightforward, but it'd be nice to give you guys a visual about what I'm talking about. But if you're just joining me now, I have the YouTube comments up on my computer, but if those get a little bit funny after a while, sometimes your comments don't come through, send me a tweet at @1BE, and I'll read through those and answer them and get to them as I go through the live stream. I'm planning to do this for a few hours. I haven't had a chance to do these in a really long time, so I figured I had a pretty slow night, and I'd figure do one for a few hours and get a couple stickers made and answer some questions on the live stream. And hope you guys, well, you guys have definitely been asking for it, so I figured I'd try to please you and get to you guys a little bit of new content, as these are a lot more fun than sitting down editing a video, because those are always so one-sided. It's like I just put the work in, upload it, and then there are a few comments here or there, but it's nice to have a little bit more interaction while you're making the art and stuff. And I'd love to get back into these a little bit more. I used to do them a ton, and actually had almost like a podcast style thing a few years back, and it kind of just fell apart because of timing and everything, and that there was a lot of stuff going on, and it was a lot of work to get that all set up. So maybe we'll get back into that, having more time myself and taking this stuff a little bit more seriously and putting more time into the whole YouTube and everything. So maybe we'll put some more time into getting that back together or something along those lines. But for now, it's just going to be me drawing and answering some questions and whatnot while I do. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or tweet at me, and I will get to them as they come. Is graffiti the only illegal thing I do? That's coming from I'm Sim off of Twitter, and I mean, I guess so for the most part. I mean, I don't generally just break the law to break the law. I'm not one of those kind of people, but I don't know exactly what direction you're going with that. I mean, sure, most people break the law in one way or another, but I would say for the most part, I don't generally just break the law to break the law. That's I don't know. That's kind of pointless in my opinion. So yeah, a little weird question there, but let's see what we got on the YouTube comments now. And I'll ask not to throw up a bunch of just spam in the comment section. If you have a question or you have a genuine comment, that'd be nice. Don't just spam your own advertisements and stuff in there. That's gets a little annoying. I wish I could play music during this, but every time I have, it's gotten flagged for copyright, and it's just such a hassle because not only does it become unavailable in some countries, I have no idea what those countries are, and then it's just a hassle because some people then can't see it. So if I'm not talking, it's gonna have to be a little bit quiet. I suppose I could come up with an instrumental playlist or something like that, but I didn't have time for that before this. I just went at this and figured this was a good time to do it, so maybe I'll put some time into that later, but I don't mind. You guys can put your own music on in the background, and then as I'm talking you can mute it down or whatnot, but feel free to draw along, and hopefully I'm going to be able to get some more people in on live streams in the future. I just didn't even bother this time because I literally planned to do this an hour ago, and didn't even feel like trying to get something together, as who knows what other people are up to, and they probably have other things to do, and giving zero heads up doesn't really make for the most effective content after that. So I just figured I would do it myself, and then go by what it is and see how it goes, as these are generally just a little impromptu anyways. So right now I guess I should tell you guys the materials and stuff I'm using prior to each kind of sticker. This is just a standard paper label, and I'm using some Crayolas, some Sharpies, And I think I'll go in with some paint markers right now. I would like to add some white detail in there. Just have to find my marker. We got a white Posca. I like these a lot. Poscas are tough. I don't like filling with them by any means, but I do like doing detail work. And the white and black are nice for outlines or with the white highlights and stuff like that. So everybody, I don't know. A lot of people are like think Poscas are some of the best, but in my opinion, I don't know. They're pretty bad for fills. I don't enjoy filling with them much at all. But I do like to cut back and add highlights and stuff like that. They're not the most opaque, but they're pretty good, and I don't mind maybe doing a layer or two at times. It's all good, and they last a pretty long time, and they're wicked easy to refill. So I know I doubt this is even Posca ink in this one. I know I have a couple of them, so this might be Posca, it might be other stuff, but I know I refill my black all the time, and I've refilled whites a few times before, so it's not uncommon to do that, as it's a simple twist off, and the marker, it takes other paint pretty well, so that's always a plus. And I'm not taking suggestions right now. What's his name? Ecor just asked me. I might do some later. They're tough because every time I ask them, it's obviously whoever gets there first, but I like to please everybody, so I usually will do a few throughout the live stream, but I'm going to start just drawing some other stuff and get the ball rolling. I wasn't actually supposed to start till 8:30, but I finished stuff up, so started a little bit early, and figured I would just get going. Not sure what color I'm going to add to this for the the border. Maybe a mint green with a nice pastel pink and white. Keep it a light kind of color combo here. Alright, that's fine. This looks like a good Crayola. I really enjoy drawing with Crayolas. They're nice and cheap, and it's an easy 50 color palette for like, they gotta be like $3 or $4 for a pack of 50 markers. And to be honest, half the stickers I trade and make I don't expect to go up on the streets, so I don't mind just making them with other markers and just making them to make them look as I want, rather than harp on using all paint markers and doing the whole 9 for every sticker I make. But I do use paint markers and stuff like that. I just enjoy the colors more than exactly the necessity of it being super buff proof and all. But at the end of the day, that's up to you. Some people are pretty much paint marker only for their stickers, but I don't mind that. I do every other one with just random markers that I probably will just end up trading that sticker, and it'll end up in a black book, and that'll be that. That's its lifespan. So this one's pretty simple. I might add some white detail in there, some small stuff, but I don't know how well you guys will be seeing this. This webcam's not the best, so it's a little spotty, but at least I figured out how to flip the video. I remember doing other live streams, and you guys had to watch it upside down, and it was just not nearly as good of a video as I had anticipated when making the old ones. But finally figured out how to flip the video and make it right side up for you guys, and it not get in the way of me drawing, so can't complain about that. There we go. That's the first sticker of the night. Alright, let's check the comments. Alright, where did we last leave off? What's the best marker? That's too broad. You're going to have to be a little bit more specific as far as best marker for what application. Rec wants to know, do I prefer skate or BMX? I actually, I never BMX or rode BMX, or I don't know the terminology there, but I skateboarded a little bit when I was younger, but I don't really participate in either currently. Just never found a calling to either of them or any of those. I enjoyed them, but never stuck to any of them. Graffiti was my primary hobby, so that kind of stayed true for when did I start? In 8th grade or something, so that stayed true for a while, and didn't really have time to jump into any of those outside of everything else I was doing at the time, so it was definitely some unknowing art that I picked up in, and then kind of just stuck with that. Next, do you do some vandal painting, put stickers up in the streets? Alright, I've talked about this time and time again, and just because I don't post videos to YouTube doesn't mean I've never made my art publicly. It's one of those things that I don't need the recognition online to feel that I've done my part as an artist, so I post to YouTube what I feel like I want to, and you guys see the content and speed arts and stuff I make. I've posted a handful of videos of stickers and stuff, and that's just what I choose to post. I guess people are ignorant to think that I've never drawn my art in the way it's traditionally done, but that's just one of those things that because I don't post it on YouTube, people find it hard to believe that it even happens, but that's something I have to take for not blasting it out there, as it's honestly, it's just not in my best interest to do that in any way on YouTube, just because it's never been a part of the channel. So moving in that direction, obviously, and doing those kind of videos is something a lot of people seek to watch and all, and I understand that, but at the same time, for everything I'm doing and everything I'm trying to make out of my art and do for myself with this, it's definitely not in any of my interest to have those things and take the chances to just blast it out on the internet. So that's just why I don't post bombing videos and everything. It's my personal choice, and I get a lot of flack for it. I'm sure you guys don't see it as you're not reading the comments on every post, but it's one of those things that I just don't do, and I guess I reap the consequences of not giving the people what they want. But it's all good, and people that know me know that I make the art I like, and it doesn't have anything to do with what actually ends up getting posted, as I don't post every sketch I do, so I don't know why people assume that I post everything that I have ever done on YouTube. I post a lot, don't get me wrong, but it's one of those things that it's definitely there's two sides to it that a lot of people just don't consider when they jump on the comment thread. So I feel like I address this in every Q&A and every live stream, but it always needs to be said, and it doesn't hurt that I have to reiterate myself sometimes, but it's good that you guys can get a solid opinion on that. And it's not that there'll never be videos like that on the channel, but at this time there's no need for it. I do enough, and I work hard enough on the videos that you do see that I don't need the easy extra other videos that aren't genuinely what I want to post, kind of thing. That's just my opinion on it. I hope I iterated myself well and was able to say that in a proper manner. Dominant Species is asking what kind of stickers I'm using. I think he's probably referring to the first sticker I made. Those were just some blank paper stickers, similar to USPS blanks, just all white, like Avery's and stuff, you know. Basic, nothing special with those. And I use Crayolas and Sharpies on both of them now. I'll do some paint markers on the next one. What cans do you recommend for first time? Go get yourself some Color Place. They're like, I think they bumped up to maybe like $1.25 at Walmart, but they're really cheap and they'll get you to practice with a can and all its components. You won't really be able to use a bunch of different cap types on them, but by no means does that mean the paint doesn't teach you a thing or two about how to use the can. I still use them a ton, actually. I just picked up a bunch to practice with and all. They're great to just not have to really worry about how much you're spending, and especially when premium paints, they start at $3, but you can quickly jump up to $5 or $6 a can, and it's really not worth it. I really only use them if I'm doing a full-blown piece and really want the colors or really want the capabilities. But at the end of the day, the art you make is up to you. So if you feel those, help make the art you need, by all means, you can go use them. I just really suggest using the cheap stuff and getting your skills honed. Much like anything, even with paint markers, I barely use them outside of an application that I don't see super necessary for the fact that they are paint markers. I don't piece with paint markers. I really don't. I don't even prefer piecing with them, but it's one of those things that I use them on stickers because they help the stickers to last longer in the elements. I don't, aside from whites being able to write over other colors, I don't see their practical nature for just a simple sketch that you could do with Crayolas or an alcohol marker. So that's my opinion. It goes the same with spray paint and all. If something works just as well and you can save a buck or two on it and it's not going to compromise the overall quality, and especially if it's just practice painting and it's your first time, just get yourself some cheap cans and maybe some primer paint to roll over a wall or whatever you plan to paint on, because obviously the opacity on those is not great, but if you have a nice clean background that you're able to kind of buff out or whatnot, there's no reason you can't get some pretty good results. I know I've really enjoyed using the gray primer from Walmart, the Color Place primer. That you can even get some pretty good cutbacks with. It's a nice thick formula. The gloss is better than the matte, I will say, if you're going to get some. But that's also, I think it's actually a little bit more expensive having the gloss can. But at the end of the day, they're pretty much all the same. So get what you can. I know Home Depot and Lowe's and stuff, they have black and white in the dollar cans. Walmart just has red and blue and a dark green, I'm pretty sure. So that's where you can get a little bit of variety for the same price. The colors are super dark, so you're never really going to be able to get a black fill or a colored fill and then a black outline. The green's way too dark to use a black outline, in my opinion. And then the white's not opaque enough to really do a white outline around the darker colors. But I've used the red and white together plenty of times. I've used the white and black plenty of times. Blue and red, or my bad, blue and white, and then green and white. The black doesn't work too great with the other ones just because they're all such a deep tone, which is kind of a shame. I wish they had some lighter tones. but it is dollar paint, so you can only ask for so much, and can't really complain at the end of the day. So that's my suggestion, as well as all the premium paints. You're not really going to have much an issue with color selection or coverage. Most of them are all top of the line and really a good pick regardless of which brand you go with. What's my personal best tagging marker? For tagging, I like a alcohol marker. Paint markers are good too, I guess. It depends on what you're writing on at the end of the day. I do like streakers, like Sakuras and stuff. Those are nice. But at the end of the day, if I'd have to pick one, I like a nice black chisel tip alcohol marker. I've been using the Montana black markers. I did a review on them a little while back, and those work real good. I enjoyed writing with that, and they're a variety of sizes and chisel or tip variations, so it's always nice to have a little variety in that case. But yeah, I guess that's my favorite, as it's just variety. I got it right here actually. This is the chisel tip variation, and they work well on literally any surface, any smooth surface. It's an alcohol marker, so you're not going to be writing on brick or anything. Oh, we got a bit of sand in here. Bad. Get this out of the way. I had taken these. I went camping the last few days, so I was a little inactive. I actually was hoping to post my 4th of July speed art on the 4th of July, and I had set it to upload, but I forgot to. YouTube changed things, and they made it so you had to publish it as well as like post it. So usually I just do a scheduled upload and select the time I want it to upload, and that's that. But they added an additional step where you actually have to hit the publish button, and I totally spaced on doing that and actually ended up forgetting to do that. So when I came home today, I noticed it hadn't posted. I was without service, so there was really no hope to fix that while I was gone. Anyways, so that was too bad. But it's scheduled to upload tomorrow, I think at noon Eastern Standard Time. So it's the same one I posted on Instagram. If you follow me on there, and you guys will be seeing that soon enough. It's a nice little one, and I actually decided to do a character within the piece. I can't remember the last time I did that, and I figured it was theme fitting and everything, so I went for it, and I really like how it turned out. I could definitely tell I was a little rusty on the character, but I enjoyed doing it, and I really like how the piece turned out, and it was a little shame that I couldn't get it uploaded on time, as it's now going to be 2 days late for the holiday, but hopefully everybody's still in a festive mood and can appreciate the drawing. Yeah, so that's scheduled, as well as I'll be finally able to get a lot of video making under my belt. Hoping to go painting later this week and get some footage of that. I literally have like 3 or 4 full like tutorial playlists made. Filmed. I just haven't had time to edit them. I filmed them over my spring break, which was probably like 2 months ago, and I have yet to edit them down into like the upload version. So I've been lazy and I've had a lot on my plate, but hopefully I'll get those done in the next few days and get that out of the way, because I haven't even showed you guys. Oh god, now that I'm thinking about it, I have like a whole nother set of videos that I have started to film, and have to upload. So you guys are going to get a lot of content over the next few weeks and over the summer in general. I've got a lot on my plate, which makes for a lot of good stuff for you guys. So I'll be sure to announce it as we get closer, and I'm sure you guys will see it in the upload and your subscription feed. But I've got a bunch of tutorials, bunch of reviews, a lot of reviews actually. So that should be good. Let's see. We'll jump to what is my favorite marker for stickers. If I had to choose one, the Molotovs are definitely my go-to. The color selection and just the consistency. Paint markers in general are a great choice for stickers as they last a long time and they're good quality. They are a little bit more expensive than other markers, but they work great. And the Molotovs in particular, there's no like lead time to getting them started up. A lot of paint markers, when you just leave them sitting around for a day or two or a week, they don't dry out, but the paint to thinner ratio in the nib gets a little bit it's a little saturated. Usually there's more thinner than there is paint, so the color is a little reduced to what it actually should be. But with the Molotovs, you can see the pink that I started with and the pink that I ended with is the exact same color. That's an awesome perk. I probably haven't used this pink in over a week, so that's a great example of it. They do kind of separate a little bit more than some markers, and some of them do show the characteristics a little bit more, but you know, you can't win them all. Sorry about that. So most of the colors, that's true, and opposed to some other paint marker types, it's a lot better, and the color selection's great. I just wish I could get them locally. Nobody around me supplies them, which is a shame, but I got a few online, so I've got a little bit of a color palette going. They do blend pretty well if you get them juiced up just right. You can get a nice blend between some colors. I'll do a little fade on this sticker between the blue and the pink. But we'll see where this sticker goes. I have no real plan for this one. I'm on my own SIVE shell vinyl right now. I sold a bunch of these on my online store already. I printed a bunch of blanks for you guys the past week, and I got a bunch of Hello My Name Is. I have some of these black badges. I put two of them together for this sticker. Let me see, I got some red badges that have the same kind of just standard name badge design, and then I've got red and black Hello My Name Is. I know I said I got some of them, but those are good. They're great. They hold up well, even with paint markers on them. I haven't had, you know, with vinyl stickers, if you've ever drawn on them, sometimes the paint marker cracks off and doesn't hold on to the sticker too well. But I found this is a matte stock, so the paint itself goes on pretty strong. It doesn't chip off any easier than you would expect from really any sticker that you draw on. And it's a destructible vinyl, so it actually resists against buff, so it'll actually hold up better than most other sticker stocks, just because when you try to scrape it off, the sticker will break in that section, and you'll only be able to get a really, really small piece off at a time, which makes for buffing quite a hassle, and which makes your sticker last longer. So if you are interested in these, I've done a ton of little promos on my Instagram, and I'm sure you're sick of it by now, but I've got a bunch of packs still available on my web store, and I don't know if I have any. I sold out of like I did some special marbling with black and red ink, so that looked pretty cool. I don't have any of those left, but I've got some of the regular types all left. So if you're interested in any of those, be sure to head over there. It's just sive.bigcartel.com and pick yourself up some. They're cheap, and also help support me, so you can't really go wrong with them. Mario actually asks if regular ink markers are good for SIVE shell. Regular ink markers is kind of broad. I've used Sharpies on them and they work fine. Paint markers are preferred. The alcohol marker, excuse me, I showed off before, works great. Those, if you have like a tagging style marker, those will work awesome on these. Paint markers work great. Some alcohol markers like Crayolas, I can even show you a quick demonstration. They draw on, but they do kind of wipe off. Let's actually make a background using this. So they do kind of wipe off. You can let them dry, but if you've ever used an alcohol marker on kind of like a slick surface, you can see it's going to dye the surface and it stays there, but it's definitely not preferred. Alcohol markers, like a tagging marker, let me say like a Crink or the Montana ones I showed off earlier, those will all work better than your traditional Crayola. Crayola doesn't work great. Sharpies should work well. Let's do a short demonstration here. So you got a little bit of outline there, and it doesn't rub off. So Sharpies are better than Crayolas. Obviously, paint markers will last the longest out of all of these. So if you do have the chance to get some paint markers on these, it's preferred, but you don't necessarily have to have them. You can still have some other options to use with these and have your stickers stand up well against the buff. You juice my nib. Well dried out. I haven't used the black in a while. Alright, let's see what our next question is. Let's refresh. Actually, let's go to Twitter, because I suggested you do that. I've been able to keep up on YouTube for what I think is all the questions. Let's just see. Let's see. Twitter. Did you ever think you would be doing this good? No, actually. I didn't start graffiti with any intention at all. I just had seen some people doing it on YouTube and Flickr at the time, actually. I had happened upon it based on... I had done some digital... I was just doing some digital stuff, designing random stuff, and happened upon a speed art or two, and liked the idea of it, just writing letters and stuff. And so that's what I did for a while, and had no intentions going into it whatsoever, and really didn't see myself as like a creative or like artsy person by any means, and just kind of fell into it, as I'm sure a lot of you guys did. Just kind of found a little calling and enjoyed doing what you were. So by no means did I think I was going to be good or have such a dedication to something like this. I can definitely say I'm happy I found it. I enjoy my time, and I've made a lot of friends and done some really cool things with this. And I'm hopeful to take it even further now that I've seen, there's a potential to really make something out of all the work I've put in. So we'll see if I can do that, or if something ever more comes of this. But I am certainly more than grateful to all the people I've posted videos for, and made a little impact on the community in my way. I wish more people posted to YouTube, kind of like I did. It was actually, there was probably more people on YouTube than there is now. A few years back, it was more active. But it is one of those things that if you do post to YouTube, you don't only have to have an interest in making the art. You also have to have an interest in making all the videos and producing all that content, as it's a ton of work, in addition to not only like the art that's within the video. So there's always that component, and I've seen that drive a lot of people away from it just because of the time and everything that it takes to make the videos. aside from everything within the videos. So there's always that component that is kind of a downside, that there is a lot of work involved in making the final product, aside from the art. So I wish it was easier, but that's why Instagram and Flickr at one time was so much more popular, just because it was a lot easier just to take a photo or take a few photos throughout the time of making something rather than putting together a full-blown video. But I know, like myself and a few other people that are holding it down on YouTube, enjoy making the videos as well. So maybe there'll be a few more people to get inspired to, have a full-blown channel and do their thing. And I enjoy like the tutorial sides and the review side of things. I've always kind of done that, and it's just kind of grown within itself that you guys trust my opinions on supplies and stuff. So that's also a cool component, that it's not strictly just my art on the channel. It's a little bit more than that. So that adds a unique layer to everything. Alright, where was the last question? Why did I stop uploading to Flickr? I kind of just fell off Flickr because so did everybody else. It turned to more of just like a secondary site to anything. With Instagram specifically, I think Instagram was the death of Flickr. Flickr was a nice, easy way to post around and show off your stuff and connect with other artists. But now with Instagram being on your computer, but more so just being on your person with your phone all the time, it's just so much easier and consistent to post from that. So that's kind of why I did a little bit of just like forwarding posts from Instagram to Twitter. Oh, my bad. From Instagram to Flickr, but I don't know. I guess I'm just lazy, and I honestly haven't checked my Flickr in probably a few months. I go on there every once in a while and click through the feed of my contacts that have uploaded recently, but by no means do I find myself going through that as much as I used to, as well as I've lost touch, I guess I could say, with the time I used to have to dedicate to this stuff, being in school full time and having plenty of work outside of just making art. Definitely kind of just shows you which components I want to put my time towards. Flickr, there's not much you can really do. The growth potential from Flickr is far less than some of these other social media sites, and at this point I see that as a pretty big factor in what I'm doing. Obviously making the art's part of it, but making the videos and everything else is big, so I guess that's why I kind of fell off of Flickr when there was a equal as Instagram to post my stuff and have the leisure and ease of doing it. Made for a pretty easy switch for myself, as well as I can see that in many artists. I barely ever see anybody referencing Flickr as like, oh, check my stuff out there instead of here, just because I feel like not many people are on it. I assume there's probably a lot of more photography-driven artists on there, as I think that's a big thing. But I'm sure there's 100 other social medias that are almost more directed than Flickr. Flickr was so broad, and they didn't really cater so well to other people because they limited your uploads and all this kind of stuff, unless you wanted to buy a premium account. So it was, I just don't think they designed the site for the kind of art I make and the kind of art a lot of you guys make. So that's kind of why it was a little long-winded, but that's why I guess I dropped out of Flickr for the most part. Maybe it'll come back one day, but for now, I think Flickr is definitely on a decline. Ismail, I think that's how you pronounce it. He asked if I know who Shiva is. Yeah, I'm familiar with him. He posts a fair amount on YouTube, and he's a great graffiti artist. He's definitely cut above me, to say the least. He's got some really, really dope wild style stuff. He does a lot of canvas work, if I'm familiar. I haven't, trying to think of the last video I saw of his. I don't. I know I saw videos of his like last week, but I don't think it was anything related to graffiti specifically. I know I follow him on like Instagram as well, so I see his work there whenever he posts it. But definitely one of the better artists around. He's great. Jerry Hope is wondering if I stencil, and honestly, the last stencil I made was probably over a year ago. I haven't stenciled in a while, and nothing against it. It's just not the art I'm interested in making right now. Some people really enjoy making stencils. I always almost found it like a nuisance to sit there and cut this thing out when I had more interest in screen printing and more interest in a bunch of other methods that would make the image faster. And that was just always, I don't know, I caught myself being very time-oriented with a lot of my work, and I've since kind of taken a reality check, and some of my work quality definitely suffered from just trying to get it done with, and I'm glad I kind of learned it that way because I was able to see that I definitely wasn't making as good of art as I liked at the time. So cutting stencils was kind of just a timely thing that I never really enjoyed. I just kind of did because it was an easy way to make big posters and make a bunch of stickers. But at the end of the day, I definitely enjoy printing my work, screen printing in particular, a lot more than just making big stencils and stuff. But there's a bunch of really dope stencil artists, don't get me wrong. It's just not my calling. I definitely enjoy drawing, if anything, on stickers. And Jason's asking if I heard about DG. I did hear about DG. I was actually, I didn't follow his work as much as I probably should have, which is a shame that now the real reason that I'm seeing all his work again. Clearly I knew of him, but I didn't keep a good eye on all his work he was putting out, and it's a shame that he did die. A lot of great memorial pieces and stuff that I saw pop up on Instagram, I think like Wednesday, Thursday. That was great to see all the support from the community, but it is a shame that that all happened. RJ Pugs wants me to give a shout out to all the homies in the streets, and I represent that in the fullest. Everybody's on their own grind, and that's definitely something that is very real for most of you guys. Thoughts on wheat pasting? It's just another form of art. I could care less what kind of art you make. Everybody has their own reasons for making art, and if you want to wheat paste, that's all on you. I haven't wheat pasted in forever, so I'm not your best representation of that by any means, but a lot of people enjoy it, and I can see why. It's a nice, like I said earlier, it's like a good, fun way to do quantity of art over, not over quality, but you can get a lot of quantity out with doing something like wheat pasting, and it's definitely a different set of art. My art's definitely not oriented towards a wheat pasting style either, as I wouldn't go around wheat pasting pieces by any means. I don't think I've ever seen that done, and I think probably for good reason. It's one of those things that it definitely doesn't cater itself to the type of art I'm making, so that's why I don't do it. Other people, I've seen a lot of dope wheat paste, so I definitely, I guess, is it commemorate the good word for that? I definitely respect the artists that do that, and it's just a different type of art in my opinion. Do I like Smash Ink? Honestly, I haven't used Smash Ink in the longest time. I hope you guys can see this sticker. I just checked the stream. The pink seems a little washed out. Let me check something real quick. Let me get back to smashing. I haven't used it in the longest time, so I definitely don't want to do that. So it's one of those things that I think my opinion on it would be a little not. I don't even know. It wouldn't even be biased. I wouldn't have a great opinion on it just because I haven't used them in so long. So there's that. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. That's a little bit better. Sorry if you guys can't see the sticker super well. The pink's a little washed out. See if that's any better, just so you can see it at the end. I wish I had a better webcam. Maybe I'll invest in one for some future uploads. I'll show off some of the other stickers I made. Smash Ink, I just haven't used it in the longest time, so that's why I don't really have a great opinion on it. So I'm sorry that I couldn't tell you. But if you guys are interested, always give me a little tweet or a comment if you have a material or a product you want me to review, and I can do my best to reach out to that company or anybody that's stocking that, and I can see if I can get my hands on for a review. Lewis is wondering if I do custom prints on SIVE Shell. I do. This is obviously, I sell a bunch of blanks. We got blanks here. I'll actually do another one. I like the contrast between the green and the black, so I'm going to do some of that right now. He's wondering if I sell custom prints on SIVE Shell, and I do. I sell it as like a gang run, so you buy as many as you want, and it's a combination of a larger order with some other artists, so it's cheaper for you guys, and I can get them out to you at a reduced price. So I sell them like that, and I've done one run now, as well as I have a few people already ordered into a second run. So I've got those kind of put together now. Hopefully people will buy the rest of the slots so I can sell them later, or print them, start printing them, and do that piece. But if you're interested in them, be sure to hit me up, and I can set you up with everything you need to know about the custom printing, and get you some really, really good stock. I really like how this is holding up, and I will have a full quality test and buff test for the SIVE Shell stickers in the next week or so. I just hadn't had time to film it before. I was busy with a bunch of stuff. Alright, Dominant is wondering if I cut my stickers down. It depends on the sticker. Like if I cut it down from the edge of the piece, or if I just leave it as like a rectangle. Stickers like this, I'll leave it as a rectangle. Stickers like this, I'll probably end up cutting that down after the show. No sense in watching or letting you guys, having you guys watch me cut it. Sorry about that. Yeah, no sense in having you guys sit there and watch me cut out stickers when I could be drawn, kind of thing. So I'll probably cut something like that out. I wouldn't cut this out, as the kind of square style is part of the style of sticker. If I wanted to draw this sticker and have it be like a perfect bordered, I would have drawn it on a different type of sticker. So some of them I cut, depending on the kind of look I'm going for and everything. Do you have time to get cutty? I think that's probably in the same ballpark as this. I'm not gonna cut on the stream. I cut in downtime when I'm just watching TV or something. But I really like this color combo. This green is really good with the black border to this badge. I didn't even realize it, so that's a nice touch. I think I'll do an all green fill, and then go from there. Maybe some white extras in there. We got 65 comments already, so it's a pretty good start. And yes, I have a cold. Sorry for the sniffling and the nose blowing. Not much I can do about it right now, but yep, that's a little downside to a spontaneous cold and wanting to give you guys a live stream. So not much I can do about it, but I'll sound nasally and blow my nose every once in a while. Alright, what's it? Opinion on OTR 0.6s. Haven't used them in the longest time, so can't really give you a good opinion on that. What do we got next? Favorite ink and mop? Gosh, I can't even remember the last time I used ink, like, religiously. Uh, I haven't used mops in a while just because I haven't mopped them. Haven't really. I don't mind using mops. They're just, I don't know. I feel like just haven't used them in a while, so I can't really tell you my favorite. I used a bunch of Oink ink years ago when that was like readily available, but I can't say I've got a standalone favorite in the past. I've just been using random stuff, making a bunch of my own as well, so there's always that. Sam's wondering if I like snorting coke. A little irrelevant now, and I'll have to go with no. That's not something I partake in. Can you make a character? I don't really care for characters. Alright, that sounded weird. I don't make them myself. That's not the art I make, really. I've done digital characters, like the face design you've seen, I'm sure. But by no means is a hand-drawn character something I really enjoy making. I commend the guys that can come up with a good one, but lettering is definitely the kind of art I enjoy more so than character stuff. So you might see me do one every once in a while with a piece, like the 4th of July piece I did, but nothing I have been overly interested in. I used to do them here and there just because everybody was doing characters in my opinion, so I figured I would do some too, and I just didn't really find it as appealing as making my own lettering, so that's why I kind of strayed away from it as time went on. Huggy, or Hugie Hugo, is wanting to know my opinions on spray paint backgrounds. I don't see anything wrong with that. It's totally up to you how you want to make backgrounds on your stickers. I've done spray paint backgrounds plenty of times. I've done tutorials on how to do them. It's just one of those things that's a nice, I guess, thing that you can make unique to your own stickers. And they're a good way to make each sticker a little bit different. And sure, I enjoy doing them. I ran out of them while I was at school and didn't have a chance to make any more. So maybe I'll do some in the next couple weeks. Get some more in my blank arsenal. This E's a little weird. I'm gonna have to fix that a little bit. Try to salvage the shape I started with. I don't like this autumn piece at all. See what I'll do with that. Yeah, I'll go like this. Yeah, something like that we'll have to do. Should put down a piece of paper so I can stop messing up my desk. Just a moment. Alright. Let's get a piece of tape. Let's see. What are some tips for beginner screen printers? Get a starter kit. Do your research. I've wasted a lot of time, resources, and money by kind of jumping through the process. Do your research and really try to understand it before you get going on your own screen printing endeavors. Alright, next question. Can someone help me with a new tag name? These are not eggshell stickers, these are SIVE shell stickers. They're destructible vinyl similar to eggshell, but I make them and I actually had them custom made to be a specific stock that similar to eggshells. It's a destructible vinyl, so that's what's similar about them, that they will resist buff. But my stickers are actually a lot easier to peel. I had a lot of trouble when I was using eggshells. They seemed to break apart on me before I was even sticking the sticker, and that was a huge nuisance in that my sticker was already seemingly ripped up before I got it up, and that seemed less appealing to me more than anything. So mine are easier to peel stock, so you're not going to have that issue if you can peel the sticker easily. I've yet to have a real breaking problem, as well as they will be able to fold and bend better than that. I found if I was using eggshells and bent them at all, they basically cracked at that point and were broken already. So mine will not do that, and you can get a lot of good results out of them. They're still a destructible vinyl, so they resist buff. They're hard to peel off, and these are matte stock. I have gloss stock as well. The matte stock's really nice to draw on, and they work great with paint markers and most alcohol markers, Crayolas and stuff like that. They kind of wipe off. I did a little demo earlier. I'll have a full demonstration video in the next week or so. I just haven't had time to film it. But Sharpies work pretty well on it, and they're nice to draw on. You can see you get good results, and they resist buff, so you really can't go wrong. Plus, they're cheaper, so that's my little spiel on that. Do I like C-line labels? I do. They're nice. They're a little waxy at times. Um, I don't care for a waxy sticker, but you know, you can't have everything with them. I do enjoy C-lines. They're great with paint markers, and there's a reason a bunch of people use them as their good addition, and they're cheap too. So C-lines overall are a nice choice for blank. I don't know about you guys, but the crease on the two sticker kind of thing always messes up my line, and it always falls at like a worse point in the piece too. I feel always getting caught up in the crease trying to make it look even. Alright. I can do some hand styles later, and I'm not quite taking requests yet, but maybe I'll do some hand styles and then I'll take some requests for some names and stuff. Alright, let's see what else we got. What place do you want to go? Why do you want to live there? I would love to make it out to California this summer. I haven't been for a few years, and I'd love to do like a meetup out there and paint alongside of you guys, as you guys, one, a bunch of you live out there, and two, there's actually like legal walls, and there's enough of you that we could do like a big sticker meetup. As I've seen plenty of posts around of sticker meetups already in like the LA area and stuff. That would be really cool, but I don't know if I could live anywhere. Where would I live? Right now, I'm going to school in Philly, so that's great being in a nice urban area with a lot of uh, art going on and a lot of other sticker artists as well. So can't complain about that. But I don't know. I don't have a great answer for that question. Jesus, looks dark. Why didn't you guys say something about it looking so dark? Let's turn this brightness up a little bit. There we go. Sorry about that. Will you ever invest in Copics? I've never so far. Obviously, they sound like they work well, as I know a lot of people do use them and have had good results with them. But I can't say I can rationalize the price difference on them. Maybe one day I'll see that differently and we'll jump on using some of them. But right now, for sketching and like alcohol type markers that are more expensive, I do use Dick Blick Studio art markers. They work great. They're a nice alcohol marker, and they're a bit cheaper than like Prismas and Copics and stuff. So they work well, and I enjoy those. But Copics are a scary price tag. Aren't they like $5 or $6 a piece? Can't really say I'm into spending that much on a single colored marker, and who knows how they end up lasting and whatnot. I don't see a need for them, as they're not going to make you that much better. They're not going to get you that much better results. Just that simple price tag isn't going to do anything for you. So that's my opinion on the premiums of art markers. I guess Molotovs are a similar thread to that. Jason's wondering if Molotovs are worth the price. I think for a paint marker, they're some of the best I've ever used for drawing on stickers and like smaller piece style stuff, canvas work. But they are more expensive, so you obviously have to see if they're within your budget and all. They work great. They're some of my favorite. The color range is pretty much not comparable to any other paint marker type out there. So you can't really go wrong with the selection of colors that you can use. But you will also have to pay a little bit more for them. So there's always that. They work great, though. They work great on every kind of sticker stock and every kind of canvas you'll be doing, and a bunch of different stuff. So they're definitely a great option if you have the money to put into that. They also do offer a good quality as far as the marker goes. The nibs hold up well. I've never run into any issues with them like breaking down on me or having any issues with the hardware of the marker, I should say. So that's always a bonus as well. Do I know McFlycon? I think that's how you pronounce it. And yes, I'm familiar with his YouTube stuff. Um, I think he's Spanish. He's foreign compared to me. I'm gonna sound ignorant that I don't know. I can't remember what language he speaks exactly, but that's a shame because I can never. He does like some title work and subtitles or whatever, and I can never read it. But yeah, he does some really cool art, and I do like his style. He just passed a bunch of. I think he hit like 50 subs, 50,000 subs, something big like that. He just did a video about that the other week. So he's doing good things, and I do enjoy his art, and it's nice that I don't necessarily need to understand him to still appreciate the art he's making. So yeah, I do like his stuff a lot. Do I know John Grimm? I don't know him personally. I know him through the internet, and I have done some work with him in the past. So as much as you can know someone on the internet without actually knowing them in person, I do say I do know John Grimm, and we've done a fair amount of kind of collaboration videos. He used to do a graffiti series, kind of critique series, on his channel that I helped him out with, where I would critique pieces and stuff as well. He switched it up a little bit with that, so he doesn't make them currently, and nor do I. But he's getting back into it. He does a lot of fine art stuff as well, which is nice to see. He does a really good job at that. And he hadn't been posting in a little bit, but I did see him post a video of a work in progress piece he did. I think he actually finished it this week. I just saw another post on Instagram about it, so I think he finished that up, as well as he just posted a video the other day about graffiti quantity versus quality. I saw it in my feed this morning or tonight when I got home, but I haven't gotten the chance to watch it, so I'll be sure to watch that over the next day or so. Because I like to keep up with this stuff. He does a good job with his videos, and I enjoy seeing them. What's next? Do I go to Mutt's Airbrush? I do. I've been there a handful of times. The last time I went in for a show, it was a collaboration show with a bunch of different guys, graffiti guys. God, what month was it in? I want to say it was in February, or what was it even before then? I don't know. I don't remember exactly. It was I want to say it was definitely after the winter. It wasn't that long ago that it was in the fall sometime. Yeah, I was in there. I've obviously been back for supplies and whatnot. I go there a handful of times throughout the year. It's a nice little shop, and they put together some cool shows. So I do enjoy heading down there and meeting up and drawing with some people. Definitely one of the few shops I've gone to. I don't live in like a really urban area throughout the year, so I don't really get out to graph shops too often. But it's definitely a good spot. They always got tables for you to draw on and stuff, so it's always cool. Chris is wondering when I'm going to do a next speed art. I actually have one uploading tomorrow. It was scheduled for the 4th, but a little bit of mishap here or there, and it got excuse me, it got delayed. So it'll be going up tomorrow afternoon, and I've also got some other ones filmed already, so those should be going up within the week or so when I get some time to edit it down. And I don't like to post a bunch of speed arts back to back. I like to switch it up and do like a pack video, a speed art, a review, random video, repeat kind of thing. So I like to spread the different type of videos out as much as I can. Okay. Do any of your friends graph? The way I'm going to handle this question is I have friends that graph, and I have friends that are like friends outside of art. Those two circles don't really mix too much. I wouldn't say like on a daily basis I hang out with a bunch of graffiti heads, but at the same time, I would say I've got a handful of friends that do make art and everything. So it's one of those that, yeah, I do, but the friends that I'm hanging out with like on the weekend, none of them really, none of them do graffiti. So I guess that's a kind of no, in that I have friends within graffiti and the community, but I wouldn't consider them the same friends that I'm hanging out with every day, kind of thing. So a little catch-22 with that. Are you ever going to do a meetup in Philly? I actually was hoping to do one while I was there in the past year, but it was there was a lot of learning curve to the city and being in the city and living, going to school and all. So I wasn't able to really get one together. But I would love to get something together. I'll be back in the fall, so I'll be sure to put something together. Definitely for the stickerheads and just artists in general. It's always fun to draw and collaborate and stuff in real person rather than just over the internet, you know. I don't know what color to do in the background of this. I had the yellow. Or did I go with the tan? I think I went with the tan on the backdrop. Maybe I'll just do some dark stuff. It looks all right. I was hoping definitely should have done a little bit more with the green. The fill is slacking a little bit, but it's a little late to throw some other stuff in there. So maybe just some more white accents, and we'll call it at that. No sense in trying to overdo it too much with a bunch of extra stuff to salvage something that could just be revisited and then redone later. I'd forgotten I had this German Montana acrylic. It's a water-based extra fine tip. These are real cool. I've had a black one too, so I kind of forgot I had those. They work well. All right, let's check Twitter for some questions. Chris says I'm snorting horse steroids every time I sniffle. I apologize for the inconvenience of sounding like I'm overly sick over here. All right, so I was requested to do a few tags, so I'll do a few here. Start off with a little chisel tip Sharpie. Came out all right. Let's do a little cursive style here. Do I ship to the UK? Yes, I do. It is priced based on what you're buying exactly. So, Warrior, if you're interested, just send me an email or shoot me a comment with your email, and I'll get back to you. Have I ever been in a crew, or am I currently in a crew? Yes, I've been in a crew before, but no, I'm not currently in one. The crew I was in kind of just fell apart, and people found other interests or whatever, so that's all fine. But crews are one of those things that it's definitely, I wouldn't really be interested in an internet crew just because every time I have been, they just fall apart because people have different interests or different level of interest within the crew itself, so that always kind of seems to work against people. Um, that's just my opinion on that, and I've had, I guess, a souring experience with them. Uh, but crews in real life I'd be more open to. I just haven't found one that's interested in me or had an interest in making like a crew myself. I've never been to Chicago. Anything graph related is wondering if I've ever been to Chicago and seen the graffiti there, and no, I have not. So I'm not overly familiar with it. Do I ever think I'll stop making graffiti? I can, only time will tell. I have no, you know, need to stop nor need to, I don't push myself and I don't. Let me see what I'm trying to say here. I don't force myself to make graffiti. It's just something I enjoy, and I guess when I stop enjoying it, that'll be a time when I'd stop. But I don't see that coming anytime soon. And if I was able to make a career out of it, I'm definitely passionate about it, and I would enjoy doing it. And getting paid full time to do it, yeah. Why? Who wouldn't want to do that? Who wouldn't want to create for a living? That'd be awesome. Shit off Twitter is wondering if I'll ever plan to start a graffiti gallery. Um, I've never really considered gallery. The I don't even what you gallery owner gallery. I don't even know what the specific name for someone who owns a gallery is. No, I've never really considered that as like a career thing. I don't know if there's enough of a market to have that be a feasible lifestyle. So maybe my gallery will just be the internet, and I'll just post at my leisure. I don't really, off of Twitter again, Simos is wondering what my favorite black book brand is or piece type of paper to draw on, and I don't know the first thing about different paper types or which one is best. I just have these random books. I'll show it to you right now. I've got it next to me. They shout outs to my grandma. She picked these up for me, and they are some of the gnarliest paper types. They are, I think it's a Cirque du Soleil. Yeah, so Cirque du Soleil sketchbook. I think she found it at the thrift store. She literally bought me like 15 of them, and I've been using them forever. The paper in them is killer. It's nice and thick. You're not going to be able to tell on this video, but it's a really thick paper, and the paint or the alcohol markers barely bleed on them. So here, let me. So here's the back side of a one piece. Let me check out the video, see how well you can see it. So yeah, you can see it bleeds through a teeny bit. And what I normally do is I do like a buffer page. So I'll check this out. I lost mine recently, or I took it out. So looks like we got some stickers back here. See, I'm not very organized. Just throwing stickers everywhere. Oh yeah, these are from the other week. You've probably seen these if you're on the Instagram. So there's that. So we got that. But normally what I do, so here's the buffer page. So this is a buffer page. Basically, you can see it's just got like ink on it. This was from my. Oh, you guys I haven't made a speed art of this yet. I've been that lazy. This is a couple weeks old now. This like bevel piece here. Yeah, this is hard to get the view with both sides here. There we go. So that's the bevel piece. If you've been on Instagram, you see this. I've got all the video for this. I just have to make the speed art. So see, this is a piece, and let's get that behind the light. And that's just the stuff that bled through. So after that whole piece, that much only bled through. And if you put an extra piece of paper in between this and the next piece is really not going to be affected at all. So it's a really thick paper. It holds ink markers really well. You can see this piece. It holds up true. This is ink markers as well as colored pencils. Some colored pencils in the shadows here. I did a little bit of colored pencil like highlights within it, but it's mostly paint or regular just markers. So it holds up really well. If you could figure out what kind of paper is in this, it's a Cirque du Soleil, and they got these gnarly faces on it. Not that gnarly face, like these guys. They're weird as hell. I'm here. I'm actually gonna unopen one over here. So I'll even do some research, find out what kind of paper is it, because whatever paper's on this is straight fire. This stuff is really good, and I've got this unopened one. I've got 2 full ones down off to the side. I think I have I got a 5th one over here. I've got a bunch of them, and I've been using them for a while. They work really great. When hold up, let's skip some. Um, will I ever make it to Canada? I don't actually live too far from Canada right now. Sure, I'll make it up there, but Canada's pretty big, so the chances that I'll make it near you are probably probably a little bit less common than you would hope. So that's kind of a yes and no answer to that. The origin of my name. So I started my name with. I'll go through this quick. I did this in my like 500 video special. If you want to learn more about it, I started writing my like actual name first, and then I did fast for a while, and then I thought a two-part name was like the coolest thing ever, so I did Fast Lane, I think, and I thought that was really cool. I did I'm trying to think. Oh, I think I did it off the A. I did like F-A, but this was like a star. Here, let's see this. I did like that, and then like a simple S and T, and this extended, and I made that like the. I basically did something like that. Let's see if you can even see this. Yeah, kinda. All right. So I did something like that, and I thought two-part names were like wicked cool, so I could do like fast as a thing, and then like I don't know, Lane was like a last name or something. I don't know. It was stupid. So then I did like Sideswipe was like the second part of that, and I probably did this for like a span of like a day, changing my name around, as I'm sure you guys have gone through all that. So I did like Sideswipe, and then I didn't like the D. It was like I kept doing it lowercase. Now that I think about it, excuse me. So I kept doing a lowercase d, and that just looked terrible. And the uppercase D was like too hard, so I was like, all right, screw it. I'll do a V instead. I don't even know why. V. I chose a V, and SIVE just stuck. So I just, or maybe I forget if I chose the V because it kind of looked like a D, like that. I don't know. I just stuck with SIVE, and people seemed to think it was kind of cool, and I liked it. The letters worked well together, and I've done a bunch of variations of SIVE as well throughout the years, so it just is kind of stuck as what I'm doing here. What's a good time for sticker slapping? You can really slap stickers at any time of the day. I've never had any trouble. I have my new P.O. Box number. I could look it up right now. I think it's shit. I don't even know. I'll post that in the description of all the sticker submission videos tomorrow morning. I'll do that first thing when I get up. As well as, I guess I'll post it in the description of this video. I'll post it on Instagram. I'll post it on Twitter, so you guys can have that for this month's sticker submissions, and I'll post that up. Well-known writers. I can't say I've met anybody that I feel like you guys would know. I've met some people that have done really great things, but God knows who you think's a well-known writer, and God knows who I also think is. So that's a tough answer, tough one to answer. I've met a handful of guys. I can't say I've met a ton, which is unfortunate, but yeah. Alright, I'm going to start drawing again. Sorry that I'm so sick right now. It's just like hit me this morning, and do one of these. Let's do another Crayola. Some blues. Alright, Danny Rainbow Roar wants to know if I enjoy people making fan art, or do I find it annoying? If you are putting in, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. If you're putting in time to make me some fan art, I don't know why anybody would really find that annoying. The only time I find stuff annoying, actually yesterday somebody posted on Instagram, they had like basically redrawn some stickers I had drawn, and I don't know if they were, you know, trying to, like, all right, there's two ways you can think about this. One is he was trying to make it seem like he had the stickers that I had drawn, kind of thing, which is fine. No, which is not fine. So there's that, and then he could have just been doing it as like a tribute, as like a fan art kind of thing, which is fine. So there's two sides to it. I don't mind if people like use my videos, use anything I post on the internet to try and practice and get better. It's only when people try to almost use it as like a knockoff and be like, oh, look at this, I have his sticker, and at that point it's like, well, you're just ripping off something I made for whatever reason, who knows, and at that point I don't really enjoy it. This kid's post that yesterday that I'm referencing, it's just relevant because it happened yesterday, kind of thing. It was unclear. He basically just tagged me in the photo, and there was no like comment as far as like his reasoning for making the post or anything, and I didn't even bother like investigating it. I just clicked away from it. But if you're just making fan art to support another artist, by all means, that's awesome, because you're showing your support in a way that you can. Some people choose to support in other ways, like buying a T-shirt or drawing something for them. And any way that you support someone, I think, is an awesome way to show your not like loyalty, but just like your appreciation for them. And I think that's awesome if you want to, go out and draw something or paint something for somebody else. I don't see why that would be annoying unless you're trying to rip it off as like, oh, this is an original done by him. Check it out. All right, let's see what other comments we got so I can still talk about stuff. YouTube comments are working well tonight. I'm happy about that. They've had, I guess they've fixed it between now and the last time I did an upload, but or a stream, so that's good. Throwies. All right, if you're drawing on a bottle, what kind of markers to use? Definitely a paint marker would be a good one if you're drawing like a glass bottle. Who's your perfect writer in the Iron Lac team? I think that's what this question is saying. Who's maybe my preferred writer? I really like Chem5. He does some really dope work. He's part of the Iron Lac team. He's not one of like he's not like Softless where he's always in one of their videos or anything, but he does some really dope work, and I like his style a lot. He's got a nice kind of like straight edge style of letter, and that's some of my favorite. I don't like big wild style pieces are awesome, don't get me wrong, but if you have like a really crisp straight letter, that's some of my favorite graffiti by like a long shot. Like that's some of my favorite. If you've got some really dope letter structure and a killer fill, like that's way better than a super elaborate, almost illegible piece by a long shot. Would you tag my name and hook it up with a shout out, please? My Twitter name. I guess I will have to since I read your Twitter. Well, you don't have your tag on here, so I don't know if I'll do it. But I'll give you a shout out. It's PlayerLOL on Twitter. He's tweeting me his questions, and you guys can too. And I'll answer them on the stream. More people are coming through YouTube, but I have my Twitter up on my phone right now. So if you're interested, you can tweet me your questions, and I'll get back to them as I can. Let's see the comment feed. Give me some suggestions. And I'll do a request for the next person that posts their tag name on Twitter. Tweet me it. That's what I'll do. So if you tweet me your tag name, I'll do a little throwy or something with it after I'm done with the sticker. Have I ever tagged in Fort Lauderdale? I don't believe so because I've never even heard of that, so I'm sorry if you thought I had. Who have you the most respect for in the game right now? Um, let's see. I really respect the guys that are getting down. I actually just linked up with a bunch of guys from Philly. I was chatting with Aviz, and he's doing some really good things. Him and Gypsy have been doing these full sheet collab combos with a few other guys as well. Those are just the two that are off the top of my head, but they're doing some really cool stuff, and I like the direction they're going with their work and everything they're doing for the Philly street art games. So I guess I got to give a shout out to them too. They're doing some cool stuff and dope work at that. So definitely keep an eye out for them. We'll be doing some work together soon enough. Damn, this nose is going to be the death of me. For the longest time, I was like too cheap to buy myself a bunch of Sharpie markers. But if anything, I can suggest to you, if you're gonna go buy yourself some markers, get yourself a good black. Use it in every piece, and splurge on that one if anything, because definitely saw an improvement once I wasn't kind of scraping up my black markers. Once I kind of found one and used one that was so right in front of you, I just was, I guess, too lazy to really get in on them. Sorry, this is a bit off screen. Let's do a little shadow on this side. Shadow might be a little bit much. It looks like I dragged some white in here, but it's just a little throwy, so can't be too mad about it. Cut that out later. Let's give a little signature and call it that. Kind of looks like I got a hashtag in there. It's funny. All right, let's see who was the first to tweet at me and got the name request. Tag fake. All right, we'll do a little fake tag for it. We'll do a full-blown one for fake, and then we'll do just a name tag for crook, and we'll do dominant part of it. We'll do part of that. So we'll do those first. Crook. Oh, I hate K's. I'm not very good at K's, I'll be honest. Alright, we'll go for the chisel tip, but let's do it on the back of these guys. Crook. All right. Wish me luck. Very linear tag. Do something like that. And then I said I'd do dominant. Dominant S. Crook and dominant S. All right, let's do one more tag, and then we'll do the. All right, B was my 420th follower, so we'll do a little B tag. We got a little. I was totally off screen, I think. My apologies. That's a roughie. Damn. All right, let's try that again. What do bees look like? They got like bumblebee wings. Let's do two little bumblebee wings off there. And a stinger. There we go. Oh, damn, the stinger's going the wrong way. Now it just looks funny. All right, I'm dicking around. Let's do one for, what was it? Fake. Tweet me a color combo. Or comment a color combo. Tweet me it if you got it. And I'll do one for fake. And in the meantime, I will answer. Oh, damn, I got a ton of stuff over here. Alright, what's this? Have I ever used Glop ink? I haven't used Glop ink in forever. My ink game is off right now. I apologize about that. Jer Curtis, I think that's how you pronounce it, wants to know what my major is, and I'm studying mechanical engineering currently. Let's see what color combo. Tweet me the color combo. I'll do anything. Make it crazy. I'll make it happen. Come on now. You guys are not very quick. Let's see if someone did it on YouTube. Oh, I guess there is a lag time in this, so maybe you are quick and it's just the lag on YouTube. Oh, now my comments are gone. This is so broken. Alright, go to all comments. My apologies for the little lag time here. 172 comments throughout the stream. Not bad. Okay, so we got mint and black. That was the first suggestion. Alright. I did a mint green before, so I got that right here. And it's going to be a tag of fake. Alright. Uppercase or lowercase a? I'll do a lowercase because the K is going to be pretty tall. And I guess we'll do a lowercase e as well. Alright, we'll do a half mint. And then we'll have be almost like a wavy thing. And then we'll do some fun little bubbles on top. Alright, we lost my cap. Here we go. And here it is. That's my medium Sharpie. Let me double check that we're in the center. Alright, yeah, we're good. Let's see if we got more questions. Sorry about just got a little focused on this. Everybody's asking for me to do their names. Give me some more questions so I can talk while I'm doing a fakes tag. Can you do rec in anything? I'm not taking requests right now. Hit me up with some questions or a topic I can talk about. I'm not in love with this A by any means. I think the K came out pretty good though. Alright, let's see if we got another topic to talk about. Cats or dogs? I've never had a cat or a dog growing up. So I've never really found like I've been drawn to either in particular. But if I had to pick one, it'd probably be a dog, just because you could do more with it. Um, but I almost think I'm like allergic because um, whenever I'm around them and I like touch my eyes or whatever, they get wicked itchy. So I think I might be allergic. So maybe I'll just never have one. So that would be, I guess, kind of crummy. But I think that'd be a pretty cool thing to. I think everybody should probably live with an animal at one point. You know, just one of those things that I think makes you a worldlier person. Um, I guess I'll find out one day, for sure. But till then, I guess I'll just have itchy eyes and self-diagnose myself that I'm allergic. But I'd have to go with dogs if I had to choose. You can like actually do stuff with them. Like unless it's like a super cat, I don't think that they can play fetch and what else do dogs do? Man's best friend, be your companion or whatever. I think they're definitely the go-to if I would have to go with one. Maybe I'd just go with a cat dog. A little hybrid going. What I do in my free time other than graph, I don't do anything but this. I have so much. Basically, everything I do is wrapped around this because if I'm not drawing, I'm printing custom stickers, and if I'm not printing custom stickers, I'm making videos, and other than that, I'm just like socializing with friends. So I've kind of blend a lot of like my I guess professional life, we could call it that, into my art, and I guess personal life is the last piece that I haven't totally consumed with graffiti, so that's the last remaining piece for me. Um, the differences between graffiti and vandalism, well, that's pretty straightforward. People, I think, just try to make them one definition, and that's totally wrong. So I think graffiti is a style of art, and I think graffiti is traditionally vandalism at its core, but I think it's definitely progressed to something else, especially with the internet. And I think that most people kind of just think it has to be the same thing. Um, but at the end of the day, I don't believe it needs to be. I think they can be separate, as we're in an era where vandalism isn't super necessary um, to be, I guess, well recognized. I think it still is a major component, but I don't think it's as like prevalent as it used to be, probably. So that's just my opinion. Graffiti can most definitely be vandalism, but it's not so much just vandalism. But I don't think. I think I'm getting myself confused. I'm getting kind of into a tangent where people ask like, "Oh, well, is art vandalism?" It's kind of like a what are those things called? It's like a certain clause or whatever where it's like, "Oh, well, if these two things are true, then the third one has to be true." Um, so if graffiti is art and graffiti is vandalism, then all art is vandalism, kind of thing. Uh, those commonly are like, I think they're called logical fallacies, and basically you try to make a justification based on two other like statements that are true, but generally they don't like work at all. And I feel like a lot of people try to use that as a reason to defend graffiti as like an art where it's clearly an art, but it's clearly also vandalism. You can't deny that. So I don't know. That's a little confusing myself off a little tangent. Do you ever get lost in the middle of a piece? Sure, yeah. whenever I find myself getting lost in like what I'm making or what I'm doing, I usually try to like set it down and come back to it and reanalyze like where I was going with it, try to make the best out of it. Restarting's always an option. If you think you're putting too much time into it, or you think you're not getting anything out of it, then you really have to consider what you're making the art for. If you think it was a waste of time to sketch a piece out beforehand, that's just foolish. And think about that as you could do a piece twice if you don't like the way it's going. So restarting or reworking something is always an option. I know I didn't always do that myself, but it was always one of those. It's one of those things I've definitely come to realize and try to focus on more recently. So I think I'll answer a couple more questions, and I'm about to call it. But I'll definitely be doing more of these throughout the summer. Let's run through these stickers, and then I can answer some last-minute questions. All right. I'll also be doing I like to do a wrap-up video after showing off like all my stickers before I send them out to trades and stuff. So I'll be doing that soon, just showing off what stickers I have on hand right now. So we did some tags. I'll leave them on screen for a little bit so you can kind of see them as they come in a bunch of tags. So I'll do an update video on all my slaps soon. Someone actually requested that, so I was planning on doing it anyways. As well as I'll be doing more live streams. So I'll do tweets and post on Instagram and stuff about it if you're interested in getting to see them as they're live. I'm also posting this to YouTube, so it'll be posted so you can rewatch it if you missed some of it and check some more of it out. I will say this: I'm gonna plug myself again. If you're interested in the SIVE shell blanks, I've got a ton of them. I got a stack right here. These are my guys right here that I'll be drawing on. But if you're interested in purchasing any of these, I have not a ton of packs left, actually. I have a few packs left on my Big Cartel, so I'll be selling those out, and then I'll be printing some new images and stuff, new blank designs, as well as if you're interested in custom prints, be sure to get at me. They draw really well. I did this one here. I did that one also with them. They draw really well, and they're cheap, and they're really durable. They're a destructible vinyl, so they hold up against buff. Be sure to check them out. I'll have more videos about the stock itself and a buff test and everything soon. But if you're interested in them, head over to my Big Cartel, sive.bigcartel.com, SIVE, and you can get them real cheap, and you get 10% off if you buy more than one packet. Each pack is 25 stickers. Save 10% with the coupon code SHELL, SHELL. So my quick spiel there before we head out with this guy, and then I'll show you the tags once again. So we got Crook, Dominant S, and then two funny B ones. Alright, so if you have any questions, I guess I'll save them for next time. I won't answer the rest of those questions on screen right now. And I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I think we hit just over 2 hours on this, so not too bad. That's a nice time frame. I think that keeps things concise and it doesn't drag things out. Hopefully next time I'll actually be able to get some other guests on here so we can draw together a few guys or something. I'll do a little bit better planning hopefully next time. This was real last minute, so be sure to be on the lookout for that. I'll be sure to post it around, as well as if you missed any of the show, like I said, this will be uploaded and it should be live probably within about half an hour, and you can check it out for yourself if you missed the beginning of the show or you're just tuning in now. So we're going to do it for me, guys. Peace.